Speaking of crapper, how you feeling? So everyone has an update on your condition here.
It's been a lot worse the past 2 to 3 weeks. Work's been really hard. I'm trying to stay, positive. I appreciate all the people who have told me that I've looked better on the recent podcasts that I've been on. I've really been pushing to, try to put out a better outward appearance. This week has just really not been good, and I can't look good at work. I can't look good on air. I can't really talk.
Well, you're talking now.
Well, I can't really talk well, and I've kind of overexerted it right now. But I contacted the doctor with a long, stern letter. Sent him, in addition to the letter, a bunch of peer-reviewed science journal studies, including ones from government web pages, and he just sent me a very quick reply this morning that said, "We'll arrange follow-up quickly." So basically, I just have to wait for Kaiser Permanente. For those who don't know, it's kind of a interesting, weird insurance umbrella. You basically go to their facilities, which are medium-sized to large-sized, almost hospital-sized buildings. In our hospitals where basically all of their doctors are in-house. It's like mall medicine. So they will call me and they will set me up with another appointment. I'm pushing heavily for the steroid injections, which, as far as research shows, aren't permanent and don't work for everyone. But if they do work for me, I could be looking at up to 10 months of reduced pain, which would at least allow me to get on most of my life for a while. And then, we can see about repeating that procedure.
Sure. Any thoughts on the all the Amiibo NFC cards being sold for Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
I'm stretching it.
I was the one who posted that, put that topic up there, and I think it's fine. There's certain things that only, those certain Amiibos can give you. Like, I think it's the Smash Brothers Link is the only one that can give you Epona in
Yes.
Breath of the Wild. And it's an incredibly hard figure to find now, even though it used to be everywhere. At the time that I posted that article, I think I saw it on eBay going for about $50. Nintendo doesn't print them anymore. I don't even think they were making them at the time that Breath of the Wild came out. People obviously want Epona, so...
Well, it's interesting because this is still it's still copyrighted software. So it's not legal to sell this. It's not legal to actually create your own if you want to get technical for use.
No, it's not. But in this instance, I don't care.
So people are selling sets of cards if you want to do it yourself. NFC PVC cards. If I go on eBay right now, they're basically $1 each at 10, and if you get like a fucking 100 of them, they're less than $1. So people are either getting them themselves. And I guess you can do this through what? You can do it through... I saw someone said you can do it through software on a freaking Wii U. You could somehow do it. You could put the codes on here. And then people are reselling the individual ones, which is basically you're basically paying for the service of someone doing it at that point.
I've seen them as cheap as like someone charging like $2 to $3 for one of these things, which is a markup on profit right there. I think it's fine. DLC is one thing as long as it's available, but this is DLC that is stuck in a physical object that they refuse to make, and as long as they're not making them, I think that sort of withholding structure.
Well, is it necessarily withholding structure, or the fact that they may have not have foreseen that people would want to go back and get 2-year-old Amiibo, right? And so It's like a bonus. Well, everything that existed as Zelda, we'll make sure if people already own it, we'll put it in as a bonus. Because, you don't need all these extra weapons or Epona in order to beat the game or even have a good time. The wolf is pretty freaking cool, though. If you get the wolf, I have to admit that's pretty freaking cool. But they're all, to me, bonuses. Okay, here's the best one I saw where it's $20 with free shipping to get the 18-piece set, I guess, at this point. But what Nintendo's also concerned about, though, is that people have pulled out the codes for the unreleased Amiibo and are selling them. They've analyzed the game and they've discovered that what's the 3-1? Here we go. Majora's Mask Link, Skyward Sword Link, and Twilight Princess Link. All right, these aren't coming out, I think, till June, and people are already exploiting the game to get this stuff up front. So that, in theory, is costing Nintendo money. It's not just at that point. Well, boo-hoo, big company Nintendo. They're not making money on this, so screw them. This is future stuff that's being pirated. This is like a strange, unmarked territory, I guess, when it comes to this stuff.
Well, obviously, there's no way to make this happen. But I mean, in a perfect world, basically, I'm totally fine with if Nintendo's not printing anymore, if they're not making any more, say, Smash Zelda or Smash. Smash Zelda unlock something too, but if they're not making any more Smash Link, I have no problem with people not wanting to pay $70 on the secondhand market and just swiping a card across so they can get a bonus. Obviously, I don't particularly like the idea of, on the other hand, of people, ripping out stuff that hasn't even been released yet. But, it goes back to some sort of frustration. With Nintendo's supply and demand, sometimes I very much understand it, and it pisses people off, where I think I understood it more than others, or had a very not popular take on the NES Classic. But in this instance, you've already put something in the game that so many people can't get.
Sure.
And I think that's what drives people nuts.
I think it's due to the fact that for some of these items, the stuff is super cool. Like you get the wolf, you get Epona, which is like the best horse in the game that you can get. It's all powered up. Otherwise,
you're putting iconic. It's not just like very powerful new weapons that you can only get with it, or it's you're putting iconic characters from the Legend of Zelda and things that are iconic to Link that you have no chance of getting unless you own this piece. If they made it easier to get, but it wasn't impossible to get in game, I'd be fine with that, even if you had to bust your ass to get it. But to make it impossible to get without those certain amiibos, that I'm not crazy about.
Sure. Ian, did you see the ARMS Nintendo Direct?
Okay, no, we're done, and no, Nintendo Direct. So.
All right, I'll talk about that.
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye. There goes Ian. I tried to segue into another topic. Couldn't get him to do that, but I will talk about ARMS Nintendo Direct. I will do that.